Hi, Sunny and Macy. Remember this book? The Boat Alphabet book? We took it out from my library when you went to my school and when you were jumping around. And then we went to the library and picked out a bunch of books, and this is one of them. It's called the Boat Alphabet book. Whoop. Did you ever wonder why the first boat was built? Was it to cross a lake? To travel down a river? To explore? Or just to have fun? And what did the first boat look like? Maybe it was big or maybe it was a log or a carved out tree. Whatever it was, those first sailors probably never imagined. Whoa, look at that boat. An aircraft carrier. A, as the letter A. A is for aircraft carrier. This military ship is a floating airport. An aircraft carrier can carry more than 100 aircraft, fighter jets, planes, and helicopters. It's also a floating city. About 6,000 people work and live on the largest aircraft carriers. On board, you'll find a church, a movie theater, library, hospital, dental office, post office, and even a barber shop to get your hair cut. Each day, the barbers give over 250 haircuts. The cooks bake 800 loaves of bread. The crew drinks 13,000 cans of soda. And the kitchen staff sometimes serves up 10,000 hamburgers. There are almost 2,000 telephones on board and 30,000 lights. What would you do if the captain said, "It's your turn to shut off all those lights"? B. B is for a barkentine. There are many different kinds of tall ships. Some of these are brigs, barks, brigantines, frigates, schooners, and clippers. This tall ship is a barkentine. It has square sails on its foremast and stay sails on its mainmast, mizzenmast, and jiggermast. That's a lot of masts. C is for canoe. Of all the boats in the book, the canoe is probably the most popular. Canoes are light and easy to launch. They are perfect for boating on lakes and small rivers. Just paddle out and the canoe will bring you closer to nature. D is for dory. See the D? Dories are flat-bottomed wooden workboats. Many years ago, they were used for a type of commercial fishing called long lining. Today, dories are used for clamming, lobstering, harvesting seaweed, and going for a nice, relaxing row. See, she's pulling up her lobster trap. Maybe she gets some lobsters in there. E is for electric boat. Some people call a nuclear-powered submarine an electric boat. Is it really a boat? Yes and no. A submarine can float on the surface like a boat, but can also travel under the water. Electric boats can circumnavigate the earth without ever surfacing. F, you see F? I'm going to switch around in my book. F is for ferry. Oh, I think you went on one of these to Martha's Vineyard, unless you went on Dada's boat. I can't remember. F is for ferry. A ferry is a boat that carries passengers or cars from one dock to another. Older ferries have steel hulls. Newer aluminum ferries are faster and give smoother rides. The hull is the outer shell of the boat. The bow is the front of the boat, and the stern is the rear. G. G is for a gondola. Gondolas are water taxis. The city of Venice in Italy is famous for gondola travel because its roads are canals. Sometimes the gondoliers sing to their passengers. Watch out, things can get romantic. H. H is for a hydrofoil. When docked, it looks like any other boat. When traveling at high speeds, the hydrofoil lifts up and skims the surface like a water skier. With the friction from the water, the boat can zoom along faster. I is for an icebreaker. When winter comes and waterways freeze, most boats and ships cannot get through. The icebreaker can. This vessel with its extra thick hull, can smash through the ice and make a passageway for itself and other boats that might follow. That's pretty cool. J. J is for junk. That's the kind of boat. The Chinese ship with the high poop deck is called a junk. Even when it is brand new, it's still called junk. Legend has it that some people were born on junks and spent their entire lives on board without ever setting foot on land. K is for kayak. This is what Baba and Grandma have down at the vacation house. The earliest kayaks were made from walrus or seal skin that was stretched over bone or wooden frames. Today, kayaks are popular both for pleasure and for sport and are made of synthetic skin such as rubber, plastic, and fiberglass. I think ours are plastic down at the vacation house. L. L is for light ship. This ship is a floating, movable lighthouse. Light ships can be anchored in locations where it might be possible to build a lighthouse. Might not be possible to build a lighthouse. Light ships and lighthouses warn sailors of dangerous waters so that they can navigate around them. M. M is for Macy and Mama. On this page, slow down and be careful. There are mines in the water. M is for a minesweeper. Mines are floating bombs. A minesweeper is used to remove or destroy them. Many mines are detonated by the magnetism of steel. Minesweepers are made of wood. They don't even have steel nails. You don't need to worry about those when you go on Dada's boat because there's no mines in the water where Dada goes. N. N is for now. In the journals that Christopher Columbus kept during his first voyage to North America, he referred to his ship, the Santa Maria, as Niao. What was a Niao? It was a specific type of sailing ship used for trade, or was simply Niao, simply an old Spanish word meaning ship. Nobody knows for sure. O is for ocean liner. It's party time. Ocean liners are floating resort hotels made especially for people on vacation. These ships cruise all over the world. During a 14-day trip, an ocean liner might anchor at many different islands and cities. If you like ships, music, dancing, and eating, then an ocean liner is for you. P. P is for a pedal boat. If you can pedal a bicycle, you can get this boat moving. The harder you pedal, the faster it goes. The boat is human-powered. If you want to call it a pontoon boat or a paddle boat, that's okay too. Q. Q is for Cufa. This is a basket boat. Cufas are usually found on the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Some are so large that 20 people can fit inside one without sinking. Cufa can also be spelled Gufa, 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 or Kufa. R. R is for a reed boat. Reeds are a type of fat hollow grass. After years of watching reeds float by, someone probably had the brilliant idea of tying hundreds of them together to make a boat. The idea worked. A reed boat could have been the first boat ever built. S is for a steamboat. Some of the first boat engines were steam-powered. A steamboat engine works like this. Hot coals boil water. The water becomes steam. The steam expands, and the pressure drives pistons up and down. The moving pistons turn a giant paddle wheel, and the boat is propelled through the water. Today, steamboats are outdated, but sometimes used as tourist attractions and casinos. Oh, I forgot. S is also for sunny. T is for tanker. Tankers are ships that carry liquids. Most tankers carry oil products such as crude oil, diesel fuel, home heating oil, kerosene, grease, and gasoline. Let's hope this ship is double-hulled so if it runs aground, nothing will spill out. What else could a tanker be carrying? Maybe chocolate milk? U. Remember the K page? A kayak is a closed boat that fits snugly around a person's waist. Traditionally, it was a one-man hunting boat. Here is a traditional woman's boat. It is a umiak. Umiak is an open boat that is designed for more than one person. It can hold a mother, her children, dogs, and supplies. Umiak is pronounced umiak. V. V is a Viking ship. Look how big that is. It is easy to admire wooden ships that were built by the adventurous Scandinavian pirates, the Vikings. These fast, seaworthy ships were strong enough to cross oceans, yet light enough to sail up shallow rivers. The cleverly designed Viking ships were built with simple iron tools. A Viking shipbuilder would use an auger, a chisel, a hammer, and lots of nails, and most importantly, an axe. W is for windjammer. Windjammer is a term for any large sailing vessel like this schooner. Windjammer is also an old slang word for people who prefer boats and sails over boats with engines. Let's go windjamming. X is for Xebec. Xebec is a three-masted ship that's rigged with lateen sails. It's very similar to another boat, a dhow. The Xebec has three sails, but one of them must have been ripped by rough, stormy weather. It's all ripped off. Y is for a yacht. When you become rich and famous, you can own a luxurious yacht. Then you can go anywhere you want. Let's sail to Aruba, Bimini, Cuba, Dominica, Eastern Island, Fiji, Grenada, Haiti, Jamaica, Kodiak, Long Island, Nantucket, Oahu, Rat Island, Tahiti, Virgin Gorda, Welna Island, Yap, Zanzibar. Z is for Zodiac. A Zodiac is an inflatable boat. The company that built Zeppelins decided to use the same technology to build boats. At first glance, a Zodiac looks like a giant toy you would find in a swimming pool. However, Zodiacs are quite seaworthy, and zillions of Zodiacs are now used all over the world. Here is a bell buoy, a navigational aid. Usually a bell buoy marks the entrance to harbor, but right now this bell buoy marks the end of the book. The end.